And it's Bridget back with another Bee Blast with Bridget. It's been a while as I've been recovering from the school year. And do not say I wish I had summers off because teachers stay very busy in the summer. So I thought I'd throw that in there for you teachers out there. I want to have a different approach this time. Something that I have come to identify with, and some of you. And a lot of you do not identify with it, and that's okay because you may know someone that does. And that is the single condition. How else to put it? You know, as someone that's in their 30s and trying to re-enter the dating world, and you have relationships that you try out and people let you down, they're not who they say they are. Sometimes at first people seem great, and then you find out that truthfully they're out to destroy your life. And I think that a lot of that has to do with prayer and God and being obedient to who He wants you to be with, and to not lower your standards because God has a great plan for you. I know people that are still in their 30s that aren't married, that have never been married, and they're looking for someone. I just want to say, don't give up. And I know that there are nights of loneliness, and I know when you go to church and you see couples holding hands or worshiping together that it tugs at your heart. But also I know people that are in marriages that are miserable. And, they've not allowed God to restore their marriage or whatever it is between the two of them. I know people that lay in bed at night next to someone crying and lonely. And I don't want that for you, and I don't want that for myself. So I want to say you're worth waiting for. You're worth the morals and the standards that you raise. And if someone cannot handle that for you, then it's best to say goodbye, because if they're not going to respect you now, are they going to respect you more just because you have their last name, or just because you gave them a wedding ring or an engagement ring? Probably not. It's and you can't go out into bars and you can't go to places like that to find an acceptable mate for you and to find the one that God has for you. And with that being said, some of you might say, you might be in my position where you say, you know what, Bridget, I work with all women, or everybody at church is married, or they're too older than me. There's just so many different conditions in which your surroundings are when you're single. But I do know this, that God has a perfect plan for your life. And I think of Ruth and Boaz. Her husband had died, and here she was. She went into the field of Boaz and instantly became royalty. And that's how God works. Her situation was unfortunate. Divorces are unfortunate. The loss of a spouse is unfortunate. But what did Ruth tell Naomi? Where you go, I will go. So that's what I want to say to you tonight. Say, God, where you go, I will go. And I don't want to go without you. Because, my friend, what will happen when you go without Him into a relationship that you may think is God ordained, but deep in your heart you know it's not? There's not going to be a happy ending for you. It's going to be called heartache and devastation, to where you feel like your life is going to be ruined. God does not want that for you. He